Wayne, I want to kind of move into the future now. What's something that you're looking to accomplish over the next 12 months?
So for us, I feel like there's so much uncertainty right now. Like is it 2 o'clock yet? The Fed's about to make their next announcement. What's that going to do?
Yeah.
Moving forward, with interest rates and everything that's going on. For us, I have in my, I guess my short and long term goals kind of play off of one another. But I love the client side of this business, so I hope no one takes this the wrong way. But I want to get to the point where I'm not regularly representing buyers and sellers, right? I'm
Yeah.
just the broker managing this business and helping my people be more successful. And
Yeah.
so, for me, that means, in the next, 12 months, bringing on, three or four, more agents and growing us, in that perspective. And then, kind of on the long term side of it is, I don't want to be, we're always going to be a boutique kind of company. We're not going to be the, 300 person, office.
Sure.
So that's not the goal. Maybe if we get to 30 one day, I want to keep it where it's manageable, where
Yeah.
maybe we've got, some other roles and we do have one, part-time employee and maybe we add some employees to the mix and, that kind of stuff. But for us, you know, um, measured growth, bringing the right people into the fold because I spent an entire career working with people I didn't get to choose, and so
Yeah.
we all know that when you're in those kinds of environments, it can make life one person can make life miserable, right? And
Yep.
so for us, it's all about just if you fit our culture, I can teach you to be a good agent. I can't teach you to be a good person. And so if you fit our culture and the mold, so that's why I say measured growth. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm just looking for the right ones who we make the right fit with.
I love it. What's something that you're looking to do and accomplish in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think just more along those lines is, like just keep the growth moving, keep us moving forward. You know, I bought this place in Fort Lauderdale. It'll hopefully be my retirement, place where I eventually, I'll be wheeled out in a stretcher. It's like that's where I'm going to be. And so it sounds maybe self-centered that like maybe this is almost a detriment of like people. Well, why do I want to work with him? He's going to live in Florida. But it's like I can help people manage situations and processes from anywhere.
Right.
So and I'll always have my home here. We'll always have a place here, and so getting back and forth from there is pretty easy. So for me in 5 years, there's probably more time south, than here, but still keeping this motor running. So and finding out and figuring out how that works, putting the
No,
last pieces of that puzzle together.
I love it. In today's world, I mean, with the technology, with people being comfortable with Zoom, you know, um, we can be anywhere, right? And especially in your role, in my role, that's partly why I'm kind of like you. Like I love real estate. I love what it can do for buyers and sellers. My passion's really helping real estate agents succeed.
Hmm.
And part of me transitioning into more of the coaching side of things is because I can do a phone call or I can do a Zoom anywhere that I'm at, you know. Then it's just making sure my wife's on board with me taking, a couple hours out of the day to do some of that work. But that's a different story, right?
You got to keep that, and that's another thing about this business. Is like the whole work-life balance is not easy, and to get, I guess, a little bit, and I won't dive too much into it, but my partner was diagnosed with cancer a couple weeks ago,
Mm,
and so he's in the hospital right. But life has to go on, and it's like finding that support amongst your colleagues and that can help you in those times, is really important. I'm trying to figure out what's making that noise. Can't. um, but um, but in any case, it's like things rarely happen when we're sitting at the desk with nothing to do, right? It's
right.
like I was pretty slow in June and July, and then now all of this is happening. The phone's ringing a lot,
Yeah.
and bring it, right? I'll figure it all out. Don't want to dissuade that because I've complained about business before, and then business dies off. I'm like, careful what you wish for, right?
Right. Right.
But it never happens in the right times. But here we are, and we figure it out, and life moves forward. So
Sending your partner strength and prayers, and same
thank,
to you as well.
thank you. Yeah, he's gonna be
Um,
fine. It's not a terminal thing. I don't believe at this point or anything. So it's just getting through these first few months is the hard.
sure, sure, sure. Wayne, what's a legacy goal for you? What's that goal? That you want to, what's that thing that you want to leave behind after you're no longer here?
That is an amazing question. Is that I think all of us want to have something, right? That when
Right.
we believe that this isn't just for naught, and it's like I feel like, especially lately, having been at Hondros, teaching, is that I feel like it's giving me a chance to leave that legacy with the industry. Because I think we all had Bob Kutchball, at Hondros, and everybody knows Bob, and and some of the other instructors there that have been around for a long time, and they really did kind of mold us, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, and we joke, I remember thinking, oh, I had Bob for this class, and I had him for this, and to think that people are thinking and saying those kinds of things with me being on the other end of it.
Yeah.
And I actually got the call about my partner and the CT scans and all of that in the middle of class. I was teaching a class, and the call came in, and this group that I have now is one of my favorite groups that I've had, and I just told them, I said it was like 11:30. We usually break for lunch about 12:30, and I said we're going to take lunch an hour early. I said, so come back at an hour earlier than we normally would, and we just adjusted the schedule. And so when we came back, they were all kind of like, I didn't say why, but they
Sure.
could see, that something was happening. And I've actually started getting messages. Like some of them are friending me on Facebook because I was supposed to teach yesterday and I was supposed to sleep for yesterday and today, and I wasn't there. So they're all like, "Is everything okay?" Because some of them were asking at the break, "Are you okay?" And I told some of them, and
Sure.
but I like to believe that I'll be remembered through being not just an agent, but someone who helped get their career going.
Yeah.
That's important to me. And that's I hope to be my legacy. So
We're on the same mission.
yeah.
We're on the same mission.
And look, I mean, we get a chance to. We all know, and as much as we'd want to believe that every agent is an amazing agent, but we know that's not the truth.
Right.
But we get the chance in doing what you're doing and what I'm doing to make it better. To make them better agents and to
Yeah.
understand why it's important to be a good agent, not just for them, but for the people that they work with and the industry as a whole. So, getting to have a little bit of part in that is good for me and important.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Wayne,